Brighton have reportedly made striker Evan Ferguson available for loan in January. That's a surprise.
Do you know what it is? But I just think you look at the options they've got in forward areas, and I really like Evan Ferguson. I mean, I think it was last year people were talking about 100 million or something like that. They were talking for him, but Welbeck's been incredible. Yeah. They've got, of course, João Pedro, big fan of his. They've also got Ødegaard there.
There's a lot in there.
And Cinco could play there. So he needs game time, Evan Ferguson. But
Everton.
West Ham.
Everton.
West Ham.
Well, either. There's loads of options.
I'd expect if he's been made to loan in January, I expect there to be a fair few teams that come bottom. Not even so much bottom of the table because he's probably
no. You know what you mean though. Bottom to mid. He'll have options. Make loads. Honestly, he'll be in the Premier League come January, regardless of whether it's Brighton or not. All right, Ruud van Nistelrooy is a reported favourite for the Leicester City job after holding talks with the club's hierarchy. Interesting. That 5-game little run that Ruud, it's just made him into the greatest manager in the world, isn't it?
It has. After Ruben's first game against Ipswich,
everyone was like, Ruud would have won that.
Do you know what I mean?
I saw that, Ruud.
But no, I like Ruud. I think he conducted himself in that period when he was Manchester United, like class.
You know what he is? He had that stature as well. Like when he came out, he just looked like he had that stature
Ruud,
about him, didn't he? Yeah.
You should have seen when he was a player. Him walking out, he'd be like, Ruud. How are we going to stop him today?
Yeah, it's a good one if Leicester can get him. And football writer Henry Winter joined the Breakfast Show this morning and said that Liverpool will be the main beneficiaries of Man City's poor run of form.
It's dangerous betting against an individual of Pep's quality, caliber, history, track record, determination. But I looked at him last night and I didn't like seeing the sort of the scratches on the head, and obviously had an explanation for that. But I mean, he is suffering. I know that's a sort of a word being used around Manchester. I mean, you look at Liverpool at the moment. Liverpool have all the tactical cohesion, compactness, organisation, and confidence that Manchester City, the serial champions, are lacking at the moment.
Football writer there, Henry Winter, speaking to the talkSPORT Breakfast crew. All right, don't forget Liverpool are in Champions League action tonight. Big game. They take on Real Madrid. That game is live on talkSPORT. Massive game.
I don't know which one I'm watching.
What do you mean?
Juventus Villa.
Liverpool, Real Madrid.
You're a Liverpool fan.
No, even if you're not, I mean, as a neutral, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Juventus
Villa Park. Go on.
Anfield.
both huge games.
Both massive,
huge
honestly.
games.
Big game. We're going to talk about Villa. A big game because they're on a bit of a wobble, aren't they, under Unai Emery? All right, don't forget, we are taking your calls right now. Arsenal fans, it's over to you. You can join us right now. You can mock City and what's going on over there. 03717 22 3344. Let's go to Christian, the Man City fan. Christian, no win in 6 now. I guess you can say on a positive, you stopped the rot. You've not lost. But what's going on at City right now, Christian?
Yeah, no, listen, guys, I'll try to get on last night with Cundy and O'Hara after the game. They were the most depressing part of last night. Look, this hasn't come as a massive shock to me, if I'm honest. I thought we would suffer last season. I think after we won the treble, all things must come to an end. And I think if you look at the great Manchester United side, there was a reason they never won 4 in a row. It just felt like a step too far. And I think you've got a few factors going on. I think if you look at the players who we've lost, it's the spine of the team. I think obviously Rodri was always going to be a massive miss. But Diaz, for me, Stones and Ake were our 3 best defenders last year. It feels like Walker's got old overnight. Gundogan looks like a completely different player. He hasn't got the legs. And then De Bruyne, Grealish have both been in and out of the side all season. So they're big misses, and that's not me making excuses before everybody, starts jumping down the phone at me. They are reasons, and I think added into that, I think it was a mistake letting Alvarez go.
Big time.
Doesn't look mentally right. I watched him last night, and I was getting my kids to focus on him and watch his movement during the game. He's completely immobile at the moment. He's just not operating as a quality centre forward, and what I'm trying to say is it doesn't come as a big surprise. However, I think the biggest factor is confidence is just shot. We're playing like a team that is scared. And when that first goal went in last night, you looked around the stadium and there was an expectation that we were going to throw it away. And that's the bit that needs fixing. I really rate Pep. I think he's a quality manager. But if he's to go down in history as one of, if not the greatest manager, he needs to do something that he's never done before, and that is get out of this rot, get out of this position. He's never been faced with this before, and it's a unique situation, and he needs to come out fighting, and he needs to do something different. He's not used to poor performances. He's not used to a drop in confidence. And let's see the quality of the guy. Let's see how good he is.
Christian, is he the best manager in your history?
Of course he is.
In our history, without a shadow of a doubt, yeah. Is he the best in the Premier League's history? Probably not yet, no, because Ferguson built 3 different teams, and Pep's not done that yet.
I mean, he's built a couple though. I mean, to say he's not built, and I get it, you're talking about from the ground upwards, but he had to rebuild after Kompany and Fernandinho and Yaya and David Silva, and so he has had to have a real build at some stage. He's got to do it again.
He has. And look, doing it once is an amazing thing to do. Doing it twice and 3 times, you're special. And this is at a time where the game's changing. The game's changing. I think what Ferguson was good at is getting rid of players at the right time. And I think he needs to make some tough decisions in the next.
I almost feel like Pep does the opposite of that. I almost feel like with Pep, I feel like he does the opposite. I feel like he gets rid of them too early.
Do you know what you say that? But
I look at Mahrez. You know how many goals Mahrez contributed and scored from that wing? They've not replaced Mahrez. They've not replaced him.
Yeah, but he disappeared, Mahrez, to Saudi Arabia. So it's like look at Cancelo. Cancelo, we all thought was the best fullback around, and then he let him go, and then didn't play at Bayern, went to Barcelona. I think he's doing all right at Barcelona now, but I think Pep's quite clever when it comes to letting players go. The only one I would say is Alvarez.
Oh, and there's a young kid at Chelsea called Cole Palmer that
but again, with Cole Palmer, you would not have seen the same Cole Palmer you see at Chelsea at Manchester City.
Agreed. All right, let's go to Lewis very quickly. Lewis, we were talking about Ødegaard and number 10s. What do you want to say on that?
Yeah, it was just the reference that apparently he's one of the best, well, if not the best, you guys are saying in Europe. Does Cole Palmer play a different sport, or am I just thinking he does? Because he had double the goals of Ødegaard last year, more assists in less games, and then this year he's just maintained that form, and then a couple of games without a goal, one especially last game to Noni Madueke getting in the way, and everyone's forgotten how good he is, so just ringing up to remind everyone, Cole Palmer's the best number 10 in.
No, listen. I love Cole Palmer. I think he's brilliant. I mean, I'd love to see him turn up against Liverpool or City or one of those big games. I mean, if you look at his stats and stuff, bar penalties, Lewis, those games there, he's not had a contribution.
Wait 1 second then, Benny. Let me understand what you're saying. So on that, are you saying Ødegaard's a better number 10 than Cole Palmer?
I think Cole Palmer's had a better season, I would rather Ødegaard in my team. Yes.
No chance, mate. Cole Palmer's just
Cole Palmer is unbelievable.
I don't think Ødegaard's had a better season at Arsenal than Cole Palmer had at Chelsea last season.
Oh my goodness, you running me out?
No, I'm not winding
2 years ago, Cole Palmer, 15 goals, 15 assists. Beat that.
And what did Cole Palmer get?
22
goals. What are you talking about?
22. 18 pens.
In a worse side.
18 pens.
No, two fantastic number 10s, by the way. 2 very different number 10s as well, I will say this. But Cole Palmer's fantastic. And Ødegaard.
I think you're trying to just disrespect Ødegaard like that.
I'm just saying, I think Cole Palmer last season had a better season for Chelsea than any season that Ødegaard
2 years ago was unbelievable.
Mate, Cole Palmer literally carried that malfunctioning Chelsea side by himself. Carried it.
Yeah, Ødegaard would have done that.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.